matchup tonight.
No question they will. And, of course, Owen Boone, the player of the month, pitcher of the week as far as is back. Mr. Friday Night, he's looking to take the title once again. Will be on the mound for the Cardinals, looking for victory number 2 on the season.
Yeah, Boone shoved against Frank Garces last Friday. That would be an understatement. It was one of the quickest games we've ever seen in the IBL. The two aces going at it. Garces from the left and Boone from the right, but it was Boone that came out on top. 8 innings, 1 run, 10 strikeouts. Near perfection.
And for the visiting Panthers, the Andy Vargas, the Cuban. A lot of strikeouts, but a lot of walks so far in this early season for him as well as he gets adjusted to the Intercounty Baseball League.
Yeah, Neil, Vargas is a veteran of the Cuban National Series. That's the baseball league down in Cuba. He's pitched 66 appearances and 155 innings in that league. Only 7 of them were starts, though, so starting pitching is not exactly familiar territory for this arm here.
Oh, sorry, 2-1.
Fuji's been a spark plug for these Panthers, and it makes sense why he's batting at the leadoff spot, hitting .400 in the season's early going.
He's been getting on base and knocking them in, that's for sure. And he does just that here on the first pitch he sees from, or third pitch he sees from Boone here. That's going to leave the yard, and Fujui makes it 1-0 for the Panthers here early in the first inning.
The element of surprise rears its ugly head for the Cardinals in this first inning. Neil Boone was basically immune to any sort of damage beyond the occasional single or walk through his first 2 starts, but Fuji ambushes him here.
Got the ambush going, and I think he just got a fastball up in the zone here, and it made him pay exactly what it was. It just hung up a little too high and right in the wheelhouse, and now Jordan Waduli will step into the plate, the shortstop tonight.
But that wasn't the case.
Yeah, we definitely did take care of that
past
one.
winter.
So it's on the ground, up the middle. Great stop by Nickel, but he's not going to have a play. And Mandule's got himself an infield single here. 3-2 offering once again is swung on and missed. Boone gets the punch out. Penalty goes down on strikes, 1 away now. And Junior Ibarra will be the batter. Boone's first offering gets away from Bettini. It goes all the way to the backstop. And Mandule will go to second base with ease on the pass ball. Grounder hit the pass the Lazo is going to get through. Runners will hold on the corners here with 1 away.
During batting practice, Neil, John Salazzo, among other infielders, were taking grounders at third base, and Salazzo repeatedly was coming up empty on the grounders, just couldn't really seem to time him up right, and that one gave him fits again. It wasn't a neat hop by any means, but rolls under his glove, and the Panthers are still in business here. Nice way to make a good first impression with your new club.
That it is. 0-2 offering from Boone. It's swung on and missed. Kawara goes down on strikes. That's 2 punch-outs for Boone here in the first inning. We're not out of the woods yet, but there's 2 away. Boone from the stretch. His 2-2 offering. Called strike 3. Parsons goes down looking, having words with the plate umpire Adam Sims, but Boone gets out of the jam. The leadoff home run is all the Panthers get. They strand a pair of base runners here in the first inning, taking on Andy Vargas of the Kitchener Panthers.
Yeah, Vargas, as you alluded to earlier, Neil, he's had some walk trouble so far in his IBL career. 7.20 ERA in 15 innings, 3 appearances, all of them starts, but 23 strikeouts. He's got the stuff, just can't command it the best all the time. And Vargas, as we said earlier as well, coming out of Cuba, one of the new Panther imports this year. Once again, 66 career appearances in the Cuban National Series. 7-inning effort, 5 runs, 4 earned.
Duncan hits a bullet up the middle there, and here we go. He's got a hit. The leadoff man aboard for the Cardinals. Duncan with a good lead at first. He's on the roof. Pitches upstairs, and Duncan slides underneath the tag. He's safe. Ibarra thought he had him. Pitch out was in there. But Duncan with the good wheels beats out the play and the throw.
Yeah, throw was definitely in time. If anything happened here, it would have been on the tag. Real close play as you get a look at our replay there. Bang,
Duncan
bang.
with the heads up. You were like, okay, the ball might beat me here, so I'm going to go to the other half of the bag here behind him and make him have to reach behind himself to apply that tag.
Really playing mind games with Duncan out there at second.
Lazo goes swinging and misses that one. He's retired for the first out. Vargas gets another strikeout, his 24th of the season. 2-1 offering. His line to left field. It's going to get down. Duncan on his horse, but he's going to run into the stop sign. Nichols reads with that one. He's going to take off to second. Ibarra does the wise thing and holds on to the baseball. A heads-up base running by Brandon Nickel. He takes another 90 feet on the throw home.
Gold star on both base runners there. Duncan did the wise thing and held up briefly because that ball was hit about medium speed. You're not sure if it's going to be caught out there, so he had to not run with complete reckless abandon, and then Nickel recognizing on the throw home that he could take second base and knock out the double play and give 2 runners in scoring position for Josh Williams here. That's good fundamental baseball by the Cardinals.
2 offerings swung on and missed by Williams. In the glove it goes of Ibarra. Williams on the punch out. 2 away now. Brown hits this one off the base. It's going to be a hard play. Throw, a long throw. It's going to be a time by Fajui. They get Brown at first. Cardinals strand a pair of base runners. They trail the the Panthers 1-0 here at the home half of the first inning.
And yet it drew your ire that he was batting 7th.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Big swing and a miss. Lawson goes down on strikes. Boone has his 4th punch out here in the second inning.
Just to be a contrarian.
Yeah. This is grounded right at Rempel. He'll take the ball himself, and there's 2 away, and a cheer of boos rained down as Charlie Towers did not strike it that time.
Is as simple as getting ahead in the count. Look what's happened to Boone this second inning.
Yep. 1-2 offering, swung on and missed. Boone gets another punch out. That's 5 strikeouts in the contest as Owen Boone is back to dealing his usual self here. The Cardinals will come to bat in the home half of the second inning, trailing the Panthers by 1. Lined up the middle off the glove of Varga. It's going to go through for a base hit, and Pena has got the leadoff man aboard here once again for the Cardinals. Tina hits this one on the hole. It's going to go off the glove of the third baseman, and everybody will be safe on the infield. Likely we scored a base hit, I'm guessing. As Nate behind us agrees in there, and it says with an emphatic yes.
Yeah.
First base maybe, but it's not second. As Rempel hits this one high in the air, center fielder is going to have a beat on it. He'll make the catch. Stutter step at second to draw a throw, see what kind of arm he's got out there. 1 away as Rempel's retired on the F8.
I'm just keeping you on your toes down there.
Reyes Cruz hits this one off the end of the bat at the first base side. He's going to do the job and move the runners around. And he'll try to avoid the tag very sheepishly. As Duncan gets a hold of this one into the right field line, and it's going to leave the yard. Tyler Duncan is on the home run totals. And the Cardinals now lead this one 3-1.
Well, hey, maybe they should have pitched around it.
Maybe they should have. Maybe they got to listen to you more, Matt. Maybe they got to listen.
Tyler Duncan wasting no time. We were talking extensively about how much he's been pitched around last year and this year. But he jumps all over that one. His first home run here at Bernie Arbor in almost a year, since last June. Vargas tried to bend that slider down and in and get Duncan to chase on the first pitch, but he leaves it right in that lefty wheelhouse.
Right over the Little Caesar sign. I guess they wanted to go hot and ready in a hurry. Slauza goes swinging, and the Cardinals are done here in the second inning. But the damage has been done as Tyler Duncan lights up the lights here. And the Cardinals now lead this one 3-1. It's been an odd start time on a Sunday, but I guess the baseball diamond was in use in the afternoon.
I think part of it, too, is that Chatham has to travel far, and they play on the Saturday.
Yeah, they do. This one's chopped, but it's Slauza unable to come to it. It just died into the high chopper here. Got the glove on it, but it was not going to have a play anyways, and Boone works with a 1-2 count here. This one's lined up the middle. Nickel with a great stop. Flip to second. Gets one. On to first, but not in time. But Brandon Nickel with a great stop and even better flip to get that ball to Tommy Reyes Cruz.
Yeah, even though they only got the one out, that is an unbelievable play by Brandon Nickel.
Hit the air brakes. Full pump.
That ball was hit hard up the middle, as you can see on the replay here. The slide and the backhand, one fell swoop.
This one's driven into right field. Pena will take it on the bounce. Be runners at first and second for the Panthers with 1 away.
The human element should never go unnoticed. this game.
That one gets through the wickets of Bertini, and everybody's going to move up 90 feet here.
Giving Ibarra first base and putting that double play in order.
This one's chopped at the shortstop. Nickel up with it. He'll throw to first. Everybody has to hold. There's 2 away now.
Got
the
another
first
one
inning
there.
is just him trying to figure out where the umpire's strike zone is, too. Just, okay, how far can I go out with this pitch? That one's in there for a called strike 3. Scorer knew it. Boone gets another punch out, and that's 6 on the day. Farmers a 2-0 early. Barrie and London are scoreless, and it's 6-6 in the Guelph Royals and Toronto Maple Leaf games on fireworks night on a Friday night in Toronto, so I think there's enough fireworks going on at Dominican Field as it is.
Nothing.
Vargas gets the sign, 3-2 offering. It's driven by Williams into right field. That's going to go off the fence, off the Little Caesars hot and ready sign, and Williams thought it was in there. He's going to be up there with a stand-up double, though. Pena swings and misses. He goes down on strikes. Not happy with himself. This one's lined by Bettini. It's going to get through. That's going to score another run. Runners going first to third here. And the Cardinals make it a 4-1 ball game. On the score now if you're just tuning in. Rumpel hits this one in the air. Got underneath this one again. Center fielder is backpedaling a little bit. He's still going back. He's going to make the catch. Penaville makes the catch to end the inning, but the Cardinals strike for another run and lead this one 4-1.
Not sure how the angles would work. That netting's up pretty good, and
We've seen them come up through here, though.
We've got a good overhang.
They've gone up and over. As Parsons goes down, and yet another punch out for Boone. Yeah, it's Charlotte's birthday, Eric's Spear's daughter.
I believe that's in a couple days.
Yep.
What a pick by Rempel. Wow.
Yep. 0-2 offering for Boone once again. Is fouled down the line and is grabbed by Rempel. He'll take the play himself in fair territory. Towers once again disappoints the Cardinals faithful here in the top of the 4th inning. No strikeout, no beer for you. I'm not sure what night that's going to be.
Good luck with that.
I know, but I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to make it my goal this year. Maybe it's a light up bow tie or something. I don't know. It's a great catch down the line, but it's going to be foul. We don't have any cookies up here. We got to invite our guests in properly.
Yeah, where's our hospitality?
That was bobbled by the second baseman Towers, and Tommy Reyes Cruz will get aboard here on likely will be an E4. Runner goes on the pitch. Duncan hits a high chopper in the infield. Only play is going to be first base, and they'll get him by a step. Salazzo hits this up the middle. It's going to be a tough play, and they're not going to have a play. They're going to throw this third, and everybody is safe. It'll be an infield single for Jonathan Salazzo. 0-2 offering to Nickel. Is lined up the middle. Vargas will throw to second. They'll get the force out, and that'll be it. Run will come home. Nickel will reach on the fielder's choice, and Vargas had to watch out for the lumber going through the infield here. As Williams hits this one up the middle there. Takes to the opposite field. Hits it where it's pitched, and Nickel is going hard for third. He's in there with the slide. Runners at first and third with 2 away now. It's a comebacker to Vargas. He'll just put it in the glove and scoop it up. He's out on the one unassisted to end the inning, but the Cardinals get another run here in the home half of the 5th inning and lead this one 5-1 on Cable 14.
See if Boone decides to go back there on 2-2, and he does. Carbon copy, in fact. Exact same
another
pitch.
punch out there, another $3 donated by our friends at Little Caesars. First, and it's covered underneath with the tarps and everything else for the day, so it just steams underneath and condenses. This one's hit in the air by Fujui. This one's going to stay in the yard there, and it's his first time tonight. He's retired for the second out of the inning.
And this is now his first season in the IBL.
And you are how old now?
I would have been 1 year old at that time.
Goodness. Infield single for Manduli.
Started in the Cuban series when he was in 2014.
Grounded hit to the second baseman side. Almost gets through it. It's going to squirt past Tommy Reyes Cruz, and that'll be a base hit as well. Back-to-back signals with 2 away for the Panthers here in the top of the 5th inning. I think we have where are the adversary there?
Vastly underqualified.
I'm going to talk a big gang and probably get the floor wiped with me after that. You know, it's going to be like some crazy volleyball game. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I don't want to play in the second half, that's for sure. This one's off the end of the bat into the left field. Cabral is there, and he'll make the grab for the first out of the inning. 7-11 on the plate. Go, oh, man, not again. He takes another walk here. He gets sick when it's hot.
No.
As Rempel crushes this one to left field, but it's going to stay in the park. Cabral is there. He'll make the catch. And there's 2 away.
And there goes Bettini.
Almost got hit by that baseball. Powers with the flip to first, and that'll end the inning.
Juan is a pinch hitter, seeing a lot of pitches and working Boone's count.
That one misses upstairs, and Cairo's Dryhouse the leadoff walk here.
Yeah, now maybe a fresh start was what he needed.
Runner goes on that pitch. Bettini is going to throw down. Oh, it takes a weird bounce and goes in the outfield.
That is another Little Caesars strikeout for.
So at the very least, Boone does get the strikeout, and Bettini came up throwing there. He fired that ball, but Nickel was a little late getting over to second, and the runner was in the way when he got there, so he maybe couldn't get the reach as far over as he wanted to there. Of course, that is just on the condition, once again, that it is a sacrifice they are going for.
He lines this one up the middle. It's going to be
nice
Nickel
play
over there, and he throws to first in time. 6-3 goes your putout. Gets the 0-2 pitch on its way. Oh, he's making everybody not so happy. But Nickel reels that one in. He'll put the Rawlings in his glove as we walk off the field here. Cardinals leading this one 5-1. Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend. Jose Batista, the big headliner tomorrow.
Right
Joey
on.
Bats goes in. As that one's going to get through the hole, and Duncan's got his 3rd hit of the night.
And he's rectified that and then some in this one so far. John Salazzo now stepping in, 1 for 3.
It's a comebacker up the mound. Vargas up with it, throws to the shortstop, on to first. A twin killing of 2 birds with 1 stone.
There too. Nickel on the ground over to shortstop here. And the pick and throw by Mandalay over to first, and down go the Cardinals. So Vargas faces the minimum after inducing that double play.
Yeah.
Shout out to our friends. And looking on the mound here, the Blood in the Water, tracked by Grandson. We talk about modern video games. That was a feature in the NHL 19 soundtrack for those of you video game nerds at home. Caleb Sorosky, that's his walk-up song, and that's a sign that he's coming into the game now. Sorosky has been an absolute nail gun for the Hamilton Cardinals out of the bullpen.
Lined up the middle, it's going to get past Nickel, and that's going to be a base hit for Jamie Cabral.
That's the first hit that Sorosky has surrendered in his IBL career. Time, just all numbers you want to see as a pitcher. Shut down out of that bullpen.
This one is lined in the left field. That might be trouble. It is. It's going to drop in for a hit. And Fujui has got himself another hit tonight.
Fuji's hitting them at all heights to all fields. And I don't imagine Sorosky's too unhappy with that one. Little blooper into left field.
He's just a really good hitter.
Yeah.
He's just a really good hitter.
Nothing much you can do about that. And the runner was on the go, as you can see. He got that one in on the hands, but dropped in front of the left fielder Brown. And just when you think no records are going to be set tonight, that's the one where everything happens.
I took it out of the bag because it was just feeling like too heavy. Runners going on the pitch, and great heads-up base running by the Panthers there.
That's talk about delayed steal. Wow.
They would have said it was almost back in the glove of Sorosky before they took off.
Sorosky's going to try it again here on 1-2, and he gets his ground ball.
Get the out, and they beats out the fielder's choice. They just got him at second base. I thought he was in there.
I think this is the first time where I can remember that both teams have a bone to pick with a ground ball situation. The Panthers have a bone to pick with a call at second, and the Cardinals with a call at first.
Yeah.
The Panthers are going to get a run across as Sorosky gets the ground ball he wanted, but they can't turn 2 in time.
In the 8th innings, I was just like, are you kidding me? Runner goes on that one. That'll probably be defensive inference. And actually, it's ball 4. Never mind.
Look in, and the 1-1 from Sorosky is drilled to left field. Brown coming on the dive, and it's past him.
That's going to go all the way to the fence, and that's a lot of trouble as two more Panthers are going to come home to score, and now it's a one-run ball game as Junior Ibarra comes through with a clutch double here in the inning.
In a matter of minutes, this one has gotten out of hand for the Hamilton Cardinals. Still less than 2 out in the tying run, now in scoring position, and Soroski hung a slider there. That's the first clear mistake we've seen him make, and he paid for it. And with Brown out in left field, that's the risk you take, and there's runners on, and I get you want to get your body in front of it as best as possible and lay it on the line, but sometimes it's not the smartest thing to do, and gets past him, and 2 runs have scored. And
Jesse Orozco. In 1977.
Oh.
There you go. Before he went to the Mets and the Red Sox and everybody else in the major leagues.
That's a ways back, eh?
That is a ways back. I was only 2.
2018 for the 7-inning no-hitter, and then 1977 for the 9-inning one.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back here in Hamilton, Stephen Hospital taking the mound, trying to get the Cardinals out of this inning, and it looks like the pressure's going to be back on the offense here to put a few more up on the board, regardless of whether Hospital can get out of it here.
That's what the Cardinals are going to have to learn how to do here is, you get a lead, you got to keep dropping the hammer.
Yeah. No pun intended.
No.
And Hospital, as we said, 2 flawless relief innings in the 7th and 8th, and Barry last week before he gave way to Fernando Rodney in his first IBL save in the 9th. Hospital is a ground ball machine, and the Cardinals would love one of those here with first and second, 1 out. First home appearance of 2025.
Gross struck out his first time up. Shows bunt here, and he puts it down the line.
Oh,
and that's going to be...
Come on. That was self-defense, by the way.
Yeah, that was just, oh, man, okay. Boom, okay. I thought I got it off the hand.
Baseball gods laughing at Stephen Hospital. Look at this. All he's trying to do is make sure that doesn't hit him, and he accidentally dropped the most perfect bunt.
5-4 your score now. Panthers at rally. This one's popped in the air. This might be trouble. Tommy Reyes Cruz got a beat on it, but thankfully it died in foul territory. Strike 3, swing and a miss. Here we go. Hospital gets the punch out, and you look at this one on the back and forth on the very close down the line play. Like, you can't get much closer than that. Great call by the umpire, Scott Costello, down the line.
Got to credit to Brendan, our producer here at Cable 14, for conjuring that slow-mo beauty up for us. And
0-2 offering. Let's see. Fouls it off.
Oh, he went. They're saying he went on that. It was a hit by pitch, but he went, and I think that's the right call, Neil. We'll see the replay here, but Hospital forces a strikeout on the pitch that hits him in the shin.
There you go.
Well, 2 outs and first base is occupied. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, Towers clearly goes there, and it beans him on the inside of the knee.
It's because they're going to be past park curfew. As Williams hits a liner up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, thrown to first. Williams is retired. 6-3 goes put out for the first out at the bottom of the 7th inning here in a 5-4 ball game. And now I feel it. As Brown draws the walk there, as Ibarra tried his best to pull that one back in, but the plate umpire is saying, no way, that's still ball 4.
Second run of the game for the Cardinals against Barry last week. Let's see if he has success in that role again as Brown is running.
First pitch. He kicks the ball in the outfield. He's taken off to third.
Wow.
Give him the stolen base, and I guess he advances on the throw. We can't give him an error on that. He kicked the ball out. Well, we got content out of it. This one is in the outfield, and it's going to drop in, and that's going to bring home a run. The Cardinals get an insurance run here.
Home of Junior Ibarra, and almost into my lap up here.
No, exactly. Bettina hits this one on the ground. They're only going to have one play, and that's going to be the first. 5-3 will go to put out. Runner goes to second base. On the out. In a week or something.
That was a busy one.
And strike 3 called. Rempel gets called in the other half. But the Panthers give up another run, and the Cardinals now lead this one 6-4. We're
Keep the Panthers at 4 runs.
There's some activity down in the Cardinals bullpen.
There's another strikeout for Hospital as Cabral goes down swinging. That is
Side him there. Made her night.
class act.
A great stop by Tanner Rempel, and he's going to dive for the punch out at first. Wow. Highlight of the night, right there.
Well, we have seen Tanner Rempel play an acrobatic first base before, but he just outdid himself.
Rempel being Rempel with a diving stop to his right, and then the big foot dive to get to the foot race for the punch out.
Sergei Bobrovsky, Stuart Skinner, meet Tanner Rempel.
Yep.
For certain, Neil, you're going to sleep well tonight. Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a late one, but you know when you get the final head hits the pillow, it's gonna be a quick swing and a call strike 3. And a great job here by the pitching staff to pick this one up here.
Yeah, that batting average continues to climb.
So he chases that one, but
shouldn't have said that.
You willed it into existence again.
Ugh, that's a rare sight.
As Duncan hits another liner past the third baseman, and that's going to be in there for another base hit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Scorer Nate says hit.
Slauza hit the chopper. He's at the first baseman. They'll go to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get because nobody is able to cover first on the return play. This one's popped in the air. Not that deep. Right fielder is backpedaling now. And now he makes a couple of steps in. He'll make the catch. And the inning's over as Nickel flies out here. Okay, yeah, this is still round 3, and I'm still getting the goosebumps.
Yeah.
Like every time you hear that music in your head, even you go back to watching him with the Nationals, with the Tigers, with the Mariners, with the Diamondbacks, the Twins. Did I forget anybody? And Mr. Bain, the floor is all yours.
Now entering the game for your Cardinals, number 56, Fernando Rodney.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Yeah, that's one of the few occasions where I'm happy to remain completely silent up here.
Yeah, we give the floor to Josh.
Yeah.
And who gives the floor to Fernando?
Josh has been perfecting that entrance announcement for Rodney. Just barely down and in. On Penalve.
Ground ball past a diving Tommy Reyes Cruz. And the leadoff man is aboard here to start the Panthers' 9th inning. Ibarra hits a flare here on the infield. Caught by the shortstop for the first out. Runner at first retreating in a hurry here.
Out of hand here.
This one's chopped up the middle. Tommy Reyes, actually it's going to be fouled by Nickel, and over there he gets it. And there goes the arrow. It's so great to see that arrow fly at home. That means good things for the Cardinals as they win this one 6-4.
That is a
Fly,
sight for
arrows,
sore
fly.
eyes. Wow.